Mini moose calf hiding right there. About midnight, Becky got up with the cameras, and one of the cows was laying here. Looked like head downhill, didn't look like a good position. So she decided she had to come down, and of course she turned the camera on, just the one for here, so if the monitor's only picking up one camera, if you got it set to just one camera, you get sound too. Yeah, it sounded like bull in the china shop. Her and Ty come down and got the cows up. When they come in the barn, they scared the hell out of the 2-year-olds. They all stood up. Calves are going like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh yeah, and you can hear that noise on the roof. Thankfully, it's let up in the last 20 minutes. We've got an inch of rain overnight so far. Or right at an inch of rain anyway. Within a few hundreds. And it was 50 degrees when I got up. It was 50 degrees at midnight too. So it was 49 by the time I got dressed and came outside. And gotta love this, you know. This is 6 a.m. daylight savings time. So this would have been 5 a.m. Saturday. Yeah. Oh well, I don't see nothing going on other than some tired babies. A couple babies want to be up eating. You know, the normal stuff. I can't tell if they've touched that diatomaceous earth over there or not. I'll check that out later. I was kind of watching in the camera last night, hoping they'd figure out it was there and what to do with it. And I thought about staying in bed a little longer, but you never know when the feed truck's going to show up. I've had him in the yard at 4 a.m. I know he's not here yet because there's no ruts in the yard yet. That tank's empty. Noon already, and really all I've done is fix these and fill them up. The dang springs were off of this one laying down in the bottom, and the wire was gone. And the wire out of that one was gone a long time ago and just been up a new one. I fixed them a little better this time. I don't think they'll disappear. This bend here keeps it from being able to pop up when the lid's down, and it goes into a slot down there. And there's just a slot there. Yeah, I warmed the end of that up and pushed it through there so it can't move. So they can't peel them out. Cheap, they work. And I did a little with the springs, tweaked the little mounts and warmed the spring up and pressed them into them a little bit so they can't come out. That one they fit tight, so I'm not worried about that. And those are ready to go to the back barn. I was just getting ready to start this video and the dogs were barking and I was expecting something, so if you recall, we needed some more crow's feet. No lid to it, just a storage tray, but if you throw it in a toolbox, that works just fine. They appear to be pretty good. This is the one we need, right there. They're stout, and I hope it's not too damn thick. That looks about a ½ inch. I might be doing a little bit of grinding on her. But they don't look bad for, it was $57. And literally like next day delivery. So, got them now. Means I can work on this thing again. Get it out of the way. Of course, Ty's still got to get her project out of the way. She probably would have done that, but yeah, Morys still isn't feeling good. And somebody needed to go check on their new calf, make sure she was good to go. If she's good to go, she can get out of that little, what is it, a 12 by 16 pen she's in. And if the weather's conducive, outside. Oh, and if you noticed, that bucket ain't, but those two other buckets, that's the bait for those bait boxes. One is Tomcat, the other is Jaguar. We've used them by themselves and we've mixed them because sometimes they like the taste of one better than the other, I guess. But our biggest trouble with the frickin' rats doesn't matter if you're using the bait stations or you're trying to trap them. They got to go in or they ain't going to do anything. That's still the biggest trouble. Mom tried telling me she saw 30 rats in the back barn the other night, and that the one bull didn't get to eat any of his grain because the rats ate it all. Well, I usually see 2, 3, 4 at the tops, or none. But anyway, yeah, due to that super duper time change, it's lunchtime. So Ernie and I are going to go in, have some lunch, and then see what we're going to do with the rest of this stuff. Looky there. Yeah, we had enough to make tomorrow anyway, maybe the next day, but these newer drivers, they've been pretty good. We've had some flakes and we've had some idiots, and this guy's been here I think 3 times, maybe 4 times, and the other guy that's been coming's been here 2 or 3 anyway. And hey Gary, look at that, it's a pace setter. You know where that's made. Anyway, he's going to get out of here and I'm going to go back and finish my lunch. Well, you can't always believe everything. I already had 1 1/4 inch, thinner than these. Guess what? That's 1 1/4 inch, so Tylen was wrong. But to get her both loose, since I couldn't get in there anyway very well, I did use the 1 1/8 on there. And I really, come on, focus. I don't see a damn thing wrong with that, other than the shape anymore. And they get misshapen because that's the shape where they're in. Been in there since, probably 1980 or 1995. It's still pliable. Still twisted around. Does have, yeah, you can kind of see it. Kind of a white color spot. So maybe that's worn just enough there, I don't know. Also wondering if maybe, because the nut was backed all the way off, or almost all the way off. But anyway, that's the closest thing I got to the right one. It's the right cross section. Well, sort of. Right diameter. I'm going to see if it'll fit in there. Since I got to go to town, I figured I'd show you a little bit of water in the field over here. That ain't too bad. I've seen that completely covered. If you can see it, there's a articulated John Deere over there. It's been up at least to that, if not higher before. I still got a bit of ground underwater anyway. The guy that used to farm that passed away here a month or so ago. Probably 10, 15 years ago, he actually replanted that 7 times in the spring. Last time he planted it was the middle of June. So, didn't get a lot off of it. Anyway, there got me a chunk of hose there. It's that hose off that truck. The wear spots are a little too much in it, so go in here and grab me a new one. And I was going to take my pickup. Of course, I back it out of the shed, it's pointed downhill, and put it in gear. It didn't want to move. I'm just going to guess that maybe from sitting, oh yeah, that thing's been sitting there for like a month and a half. I'm just going to guess that maybe it needs a little tranny fluid. Nothing ever gets parked on the level to check it, so I got it to move enough to get it out of the way, and I'll deal with that later. In the meantime, though, coming into the school zone up here, there's always cops. Brought you back, so there's some snow up on the hill. That's west of Forest Grove, which happens to be, well, I'm not going that far. Been through one roundabout, got 2 more to go through, and then I'll pretty much be where I'm going. Well, I made it back from town. New hose is a single braid cotton with a spiral wire. Yeah. All you had was single braid cotton, and Kind of need spiral wire so it don't collapse. Fight that in the morning. I'll fight it tonight. Go let cows in. A little late doing that, so go let them in and go chill. Not too much of an air gap there at the bridge now. The other side of it, I'm sure there isn't, just on this side. Oh, water still coming up. The duckies are playing. Yep, there you can see them. Middle of the screen. And oh, weatherman lied again. What do you know? Rain was supposed to quit here like 2, 3 o'clock. And it'd be nice. Tomorrow's supposed to be dry. I got wet coming out here from the shop. Now the sun's shining, but the rain's still coming. And what do you know? Who's going to be first? It's a challenge now. 241 heard me say it. All right, ladies. Yep, dinner is served, and 241's first. Followed by 612. Her calf must be taking a lot out of her because she wasn't that skinny. You gotta move, babies. Don't shake your head, just move. Now the wind's gonna blow and the rain's gonna get harder. And you kids are gonna stand in the way longer. If I push you a little harder, you hit that hot wire. So anyway, there's the day. And before I forget, if these girls get out of my way, I can get out of here. I then got a couple videos this morning. One is when she went home this morning and let her cow and calf out up there. It's a cow and calf running across pasture. And she got one of buffalo getting in on the diatomaceous earth. So at least we know somebody's eating on it. So I'll throw them here at the end. In the meantime, hope everybody had a good Tuesday. Thanks for watching. This is Tuesday, right? No, this is Monday. Hope everybody had a good Monday. They all blend. And I hope you all have a great Tuesday.
Buffalo. Buffalo. Is that good? Is that good? Is that good stuff, Bubby? Well, that didn't take long. I let her out. I let her out in the barn and she followed Mom right outside. And now they're both going to trot together. Oh, careful. They're going to trot all the way down to the others. See if I can get a better view. And here come all the others. Now they're going to check her out too. Licorice is going to be probably the first one up there, to be honest. Licorice or Charlie. One of the two will be the first one up there to see her. No, maybe it's going to be Grandma Limo walking up to her now. Limo, be nice! Normally these girls don't fight like we have fights at the farm and stuff like that when we let them out again and all that crap. And these girls, they know their pecking order, that's just that. It is what it is at that point.